of the wealthiest countries in the world. But the question is, how did it accumulate its wealth?
This is a nation founded on genocide and built on the backs of slaves. All right. So we started with a racial problem. We tried to actually eliminate one entire race, and then we used another race to build this country actually quite quickly as a new country into a world power. This country never would have had the wealth that it had it not had slavery for a couple of hundred years.
But I say to white people, look, you didn't do it. They say, yeah, that's right. We didn't have nothing to do with slavery. Yeah, but because of slavery, when you immigrants came here, America was already built with the blood, the sweat of my ancestors. So you got what you got because your fathers gave us what they gave us.
One mistake that's often made is showing how the South, the Confederacy, acquired their wealth off of the backs of our ancestors. And even then, it's reduced to just a few slave owners who saw a real benefit. No. Chattel slavery of blacks benefited the South, but just as much it benefited the North and all of America and its many European immigrants.
Well, I won't see my longer hair.
America's economic structure was propelled by its dominant export, sold throughout the world, cotton. This one crop provided over half of all U.S. exports earnings. And by 1840, 60% of the world's cotton was grown, picked, and labored over for free by our ancestors. These plantation owners were raking in money, accumulating great wealth, and never having to pay one dime to their laborers. But the North was just as involved. The North developed a variety of businesses that provided services to the slave South, like textile factories, insurance companies, shippers, and cotton brokers. But it doesn't stop at the slave owner or the businesses that provided the services to the slave system. Banks, yes. Bankers on Wall Street made millions selling goods to the South, along with giving loans and creating banks to finance Southern plantations. And much of this same wealth they still have today. Let me give you some examples. J.P. Morgan and Chase Bank admitted that between the years of 1831 to 1865, two of their predecessor banks, Citizens Bank and Canal Bank in Louisiana, accepted 13,000 slaves as collateral on loans that slave masters defaulted. One of the more successful banking families that built much of their wealth on the slave trade was the Brown family, more commonly known as the Brown Brothers and Harriman Company, which is the oldest and largest private investment bank. The Brown Brothers owned hundreds of slaves. This family dominated the cotton industry. They made a huge fortune by lending millions to Southern planters and cotton brokers. Another portion of their wealth came by renting and the sales of slave ships they sold to slave merchants. They served as one of the most important sources of capital in foreign exchange in the U.S. economy. Wachovia Bank, recently acquired by Wells Fargo, also profited heavily off of this cruel system. Mayer Rothschild, a German banker and the founder of the Rothschilds banking dynasty, which is believed to have become the wealthiest family in human history, made enormous gains by using our ancestors as collateral. The insurance industry also saw great benefits from slavery. Companies like AIG, Aetna, New York Life were the forerunners in this industry. But see, it's also very important to note that these same plantation owners and business owners would donate large sums of this wealth in order to train their children and the next generation on containing the wealth. For example, Harvard. Harvard was built due to large amounts of money given by Isaac Royal, a plantation owner in the Caribbean islands of Antigua, who made a massive fortune off of his many sugar plantations. Yale was able to build its famous library and establish its prestigious scholarship program. Princeton. By the mid-1700s, many of its students were sons of plantation owners. Brown University. Named after the famous slave owner banker, the Brown brothers. A large portion of this campus was built with slave labor. And these are just a few of the many institutions that was built with slave money. See, these men would be looked at as great businessmen, philanthropists. But in actuality, they were securing the wealth of their future by training and educating the next generation that would take over their plantations and their businesses, and even become government officials, responsible for creating laws, regulations, and policies that would keep blacks fighting for human rights and access to this stolen wealth for decades.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 22, verse 13. Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chambers by wrong, that useth his neighbor's service without wages, and giveth him not for his work. Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakha, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, Ruel, and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, and risking their life to do so for Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Jeremiah, chapter 22, verse 13, is from the video that I put in post-production, where you clearly see that our people have been suffering since the time of slavery. And you so-called white people, which are the biblical Edomites, you have to pay for this, all right? You have to pay, all right, for the atrocities you've done to our people and the effects of it that came from this, all right? Because this whole notion of America was built on Christian principles and America was built upon everybody's equal is a plain, flat-out lie, all right? The American dream was for you Edomites, not for our people. The American dream was a fabrication that you've been pushing out to our people all the way up to this day. In fact, we were living the American nightmare, and we still are to this very day. That's why woe to you, all right? Death and destruction, all right, to America and to you Edomites, because our people have not been given, okay, what is rightfully theirs. And up to this very day, all right, first fire, last hired, all right, completely been told that we are nothing, okay, that we must assimilate to your ways, and this is all lies, all right? And we don't, and let's make a disclaimer here, we don't want your FRNs, your paper money, which is being devalued every day, all right? We want this place to be destroyed, and we want the kingdom of heaven, all right? But yeah, just to make a point is, you claim that this country was built on Christian principles, which is a lie, all right? And the Lord is going to judge you because you used this book, all right, for your own benefits, all right? And you used this book and chose certain scriptures from this book, all right, to fit your narrative to oppress our people, all right? That's what you have known as a slave Bible, all right? But the scripture clearly says in Jeremiah 22 and 13, woe to him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chambers by wrong, that useth his neighbor's service without wages, and give him not for his work, right? So you got to pay for this, Mr. So-called white man, Esau, Edom, all right? And all our people that are still engaging in Christianity, you are going to be destroyed because you are out of your damn mind, man. You will have what's known as mental retardation. Look up that word, retardation, all right? The inability to progress, man, all right? Because you're still holding on to this fabrication, this lie. All right. Now let's go to the book, the law, Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 13. Because clearly, you know, you devils say that America was built on Christian principles. Then how come you didn't do this in the time of slavery? Leviticus chapter 19, verse 13. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning. Right, so you've been, all right, defrauding us, okay, and our wages. And you kept them back. You didn't pay us what we righteously deserved. And also the inventions, because a lot of the inventions that were created, that you people in America use today, they were created during slavery by our people. But guess what? They were slaves. They were just a commodity. So who took the patent? You Edomites, you so-called white people. That's why America's going to be judged. And we're going to keep saying this over and over again. That's why we're looking forward, all right, to when the economy collapses and all hell breaks loose here, all right? And then ultimately, when World War III happens, after, all right, you devils push the RFID chip and make it mandatory. That's what we're looking forward to, because this place has to be judged. This place was built on bloodshed and iniquity. In fact, the book of Habakkuk, let me get this. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that built the town with blood and established a city by iniquity. Right. Your city was established by iniquity. Your institutions, the banks, the colleges, all right, were either built by slaves, okay, or the money came from slave labor and the production what the slaves, okay, were feeding into this economy via cotton, all right? And our people didn't get none of the benefits of this, none of the money from this. So that's why woe, meaning death and destruction, all right? Because Southern Kingdom were harvesting the cotton, all right? Making sure your coffers were filled, your pockets were filled, and then you clearly put them in places where they couldn't benefit, all right? They couldn't achieve any type of status, all right? Because the cities that you built, all right, you put certain areas where our people were going to be put into the ghettos and the barrios, all right, where the cities that they lived in were going to be in poverty while you lived a good life, all right? You lived a lavish life. You think it's a coincidence that the cities that were built up, they were quarantined and sectioned off so that blacks and so-called blacks and Hispanics lived in a certain area while you so-called whites sit in a certain area, live in a certain area, which are you Edomites, excuse me, all designed, all right, and mainly built by free labor, okay? That's why it says in 13, behold, it is not of the Lord of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire, and the people shall weary themselves for very vanity, right? Because this place is going to be destroyed by fire. So, you know, you Edomites thinking that you're going to go on forever, all right? That you're going to continue building, naming, you know, these lands and these territories after your own people. You think this is going to go on? You're out of your mind, man. The Lord's going to destroy this place. That's why we're looking forward to nuclear war. All right? And our people, you want to continue living in America, continue believing on this false narrative of the American dream, you're going to die here too. All right? Because this place is built by fraud and deception, man. By iniquity, man. Let's go to the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Right. And woe to you, Edomites, starting with you elite. All right. And then the rest, all the way down to you six-pack Joe, because, all right, you all benefited from this. Okay. And the elite notice. That's why they're ruling and they're doing the things that they're doing. All right. But you average six-pack Joe that still want to believe in the American dream and tell us stop complaining about the atrocities. No, you got to pay for this too. All right. Because you benefited from this. All right. These institutions, all right, benefit you. They don't benefit us. Okay? Wealth was handed down from generation to generation. All right? An inheritance. Look up that word. So, and that's why woe, death, and destruction, because everything, this whole place, all right, was given into your hands, all right, and you've done nothing but being wicked and oppress our people. But how did you do it? Verse 2. And they coveted fields. Right. You stole this land from the indigenous people. Okay. Here in America, Gad and Reuben, which are the so-called Native Americans and the so-called Seminole Indians. And take them by violence. Right. You raped, robbed, and you murdered. You slaughtered this place. You slaughtered a lot of people. All right. You destroyed their homes. All right. Their institutions that they had here prior to you coming over here. They had, when you go into the history of Gad and Reuben, they had homes, they had certain infrastructures built, and you destroyed that. Okay? You ever heard of the Seminole Wars, man? And houses, and take them away, right? You took them away, and now you put us into these ghettos and these barrios, all right, or reservations. So they oppress a man in his house, eat a man his hairs. Right, you even stole our identity. You're saying now you're the chosen people, that you're the real Jews, all right? And y'all got to pay for this, man. You elites, you Rothschilds, you Rockefellers, you DuPonts, you Oppenheimers, you Morgans, you Gettys, and you average six-pack Joe Edomites, man, that are now suffering on the drugs and suicide and mental depression, because now the Lord is judging your people for what you've done. All right? 3, therefore thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil. Right? And the Lord is devising evil. And if you can't see that you're going down, hey, that's all right. The elites know. That's why they're building their bunkers. From which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall ye go haughtily, for this is the time of evil. Right? Only evil's coming to America. All right? You got to pay for this, Mr. So-called white man. All right? You got to pay. You understand? All right, let's go to the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 5. And I will come near to you to judgment. All right, the Lord's bringing judgment, okay? And I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers, right? You Edomites are nothing but sorcerers, man, all right? Witchcraft, okay? You know, let's look up that word sorcerer in the blue letter. I just want to see what the definition is for that, okay? Because this place is sorcery, man. This place is nothing but witchcraft. Sorcerers. Kashai Pa? Lord willing, I'm saying it right. Salaki, let me pull up the ancient Hebrew. Just going with the spirit, bear with me. Well, you know, the elect are going to bear. The you 2/3 and you heathens, you know, this ain't for you, man. Just get ready to get hit with a nuke, man. Get ready to hit with a fucking nuke. That's all I can't wait, man. Can't wait till World War III happens. We just gotta wait for a couple of prophecies, and it's lit, man. Let the nukes fly. Let the nukes fly. Let's see if I said this correctly. Kapa, yeah, okay. Kashaipa. That's how sorcery means in the ancient Paleo Hebrew. And what does it mean? It means to practice witchcraft, see? Or sorcery. Witchcraft, right. And this place is nothing but witchcraft, man. All right, from your financial systems, witchcraft, all right, fiat currency, okay? Put that television, telling people, okay, all you gotta do is study hard and you know, do keep fighting for that American dream. That's all witchcraft. All right, these colleges, these institutions which were built by slavery, that's all witchcraft. All right, that's all lies, man. They teach you how to be a better slave. Okay, and I will come near to you to judgment, and I will be a swift witness against the sorcerers and against the adulterers and against swearers and against those that oppress the hireling in his wages. Right, so the Lord's gonna judge you, man, because you've been oppressing us. And to this very day. The widow and the fatherless, and that turn aside the stranger from his right, and fear not me. Right, because what you so-called white people did in the time of slavery, and even up to this now, you don't fear the Lord. All right, you don't fear the Lord. That's why Christianity is not the way, man. That is of Satan. Saith the Lord of hosts, right? The Lord of armies. Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 10. Verse 8, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another, right? Because of unrighteous dealings, all right, injuries and riches got by deceit. This is all deceit, man. No, you devils didn't work hard for this place. You stole it, all right? You killed, and then you had the southern kingdom build it up, man. Oh, let's not forget northern kingdom. Because you took Northern Kingdom, which are the so-called Spanish and the Americans, and you set them over to Europe to build over there. All right? We like to call it reverse transatlantic slavery. All right? Because you took a lot of the indigenous people, you sent them back to Europe for slaves. That's why we were scattered, like the scripture says, all throughout the earth. So, and so because of this, man, the Lord's got to judge you. Judge you Edomites, man. And you 2/3, you're gonna die too here because you want to continue holding on to this shit, man. Let me jump down. Let me go back. Sirach 10:4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time He will set over it one that is profitable, right? And this place is not profitable. That's why the Lord's gonna destroy it and set up one that is profitable, which is the kingdom of heaven. That's what we're looking forward to. That's why we don't care about reparations. All right, we don't care about that shit. Let's go to Proverbs 11:4. Yeah, you devils, man, you're donezo, man. You Edomites are finished. All right, you so-called white people, you're through, man. You are through. That's why, I always recommend recommendation, man. I'm gonna give you be a consultant right now for you. Stop worrying about what we're doing, man. You need to go on Wall Street and get the bag right now. All right, you need to get, go to Wall Street. All right, swipe the credit card and live your life, man. All right, because you know what? Before I get into that, let me get into the Book of Lamentation. All right, because this is your time to get the bag. All right, and if you feel like you're being oppressed, and you're not getting your fair share, well, then you need to overthrow your government and stop being a pussy. You need to go start a civil war. All right? Stop being a pussy. Okay? Stop running your mouth and do something about it. If you feel you're not getting the wealth that the elite, which are your people, all right? So if you feel you're being screwed by your own people, then you need to do something about it. But these are to those that are like, hey, I'm gonna go to Wall Street and chase the bag. And hey, man, this is messages for you. Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwelleth in the land of Uz. Right. And that's what we're telling you, man. Rejoice and be glad. Live it up. These is your last hoorah. Okay? The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and shalt make thyself naked. Right. Because as America creeps crumbling down, man, you're now going to experience the curses like we're experiencing. Okay? And there's many indications that is. Like a lot of you Edomites now, you're suffering under the curses. All right? But if you want to get angry, okay, you know, first get angry with your elites because they screwed you. All right? 22. The punishment of thy iniquities accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. Right? And this is to our people, man. You know, this is our last captivity. All right? You need to come to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. He's going to destroy this place. All right? Stop worrying about what the so-called white man is doing. Stop worrying about, okay, what about the so-called white people, the Edomites? They're getting their judgment, man. They're getting their reward. All right? This is it. This is their country. All right? Now, if you're seeing that they're not doing so well, that's because the Lord's judging them. Okay? Because any homeless Edomite, all right, that's complaining, all right, you Jakes shouldn't worry about them, all right? Because all they have to do is shave their beard, okay, get into a three-piece suit, and then go work on Wall Street, and they'll be hired in seconds, man. All right. So, you know, you need to worry about your own people, man. All right. Stop worrying about what these Edomites are doing. He will no more carry away in captivity. That's what I'm saying. All right. This is our last captivity. It's right now to get with the Lord. He will visit thy iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Right. And you Edomites are going to be judged, man. You're going to be judged for all the atrocities. So live it up, because you're going to pay the piper. So now we're going to go into Proverbs chapter 11. I know I'm a little all over the place, but the Lord one is edifying. Proverbs 11 and 8. No, excuse me, Proverbs 11 and 4. Salakia. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but the righteous delivereth from death. Right. The riches are not going to profit you, devils, in the day of wrath. All right? Because this place is going to be destroyed. That means your paper money, everything you bought, everything that you've, worked hard for, you're going to lose it all. Okay? But the righteous delivereth from the death, right? And that's why we're doing this work, all right? We hear the prophets a great millstone, and those follow after the doctrine a great millstone, because we want to be delivered from the destruction, because we know this place is through, all right? We see it, all right? And that's why, ever since the prophets came onto the scene via the internet, America's been coming down quicker and quicker, man, all right? 5, the righteous of the perfect shall direct his ways, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness, right? You're going to fall by your own wickedness. You're going to lose it all. Proverbs 27 and 24. For riches are not forever, right? You Edomites, all right? You Rothschilds, you Rockefeller, you DuPonts, you Gettys. This is not forever, all right? You got the whole world by rape, robbery, and slavery, man. Free labor. And now you're going to lose it all. Okay? And doth crown endure to every generation? Right. Because this is the final generation, and you're going to lose it, man. You're going to lose that crown, okay? Crown represents power. All right? Crown represents, okay, being a king. And now you nobles and you kings, you wicked ass kings, okay, this is talking to you Edomites, you're going to lose that crown, all right? Let's go to the book of James 5 and 1. And I'm going to put in also in the outro of, you elites and how you've gained wealth, man, all right? Because you're being revealed, man. And that's why you rich people, you rich Edomites, man, your days are numbered. So once again, enjoy what you have left of this wicked society. James 5 and 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you, right? Because misery is going to come upon you. You're going to lose it all right? That's why I'm waiting for the stock market to crash. and you people lose everything. 2, your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. 3, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Right, because fire is coming, man. You're going to burn with these riches that you were hoarding, man. All right? Especially if you build bunkers here in America, because this place is going to be hit with 200 million nukes. You have heaped treasure together for the last days, right? These are the last days, man. This is it. This is your last hoorah, man. All right? What you've done on Wall Street, the rape, robbery, and pillage. Okay? What you've done during the time of slavery. All right? This is it, man. All right? Paybacks come in a big way. 4, behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept by fraud, right? You kept everything back. You didn't give us our portion, our cut. So you got to pay. You got to pay dearly via nuclear fire. Which of you kept by fraud crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord Sabaoth, meaning the Lord of armies. All right? The Lord of, because when you go into that word Sabaoth, let me just get it. All right? Sabaoth. All right? Because the Lord hears our cries, man. The Lord hears the children of Israel suffering. Lord of Sabaoth, meaning Lord of the armies of Israel, as those who are under the leadership and protection of Yahweh maintain his cause in war. And that's why the Lord is coming back for more war, man. All right? With the armies, with the angels. Okay? Meaning you're going to see so-called black men, all right, driving these vehicles, or what you clowns call UFOs, zapping your buildings and destroying them. While, okay, the nukes are flying, okay? Because the nukes are coming too, all right? It's all going to happen, man, all right? Get ready. It's about to be litty. Let me get back to the book of James, chapter 5, verse 5. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton, meaning living lavishly. Okay, when you go into that word wanton, means lavishly. Ye have nourished your hearts as in a day of slaughter, right? And you're going to be slaughtered in these last days, okay? 5, ye have lived, 6, ye have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you, right? Because we will have no power, we have no might. You're so wicked that you're even looking at labeling us as terrorists when you're the real terrorist. Your whole history, okay, showed nothing but terrorism, all right? Even on to this very day, okay, committing false flag attacks, all right, setting people up. All right, and put them in a predicament where they fall. Okay. Now, of course, our people that engage in like the drug dealings and and getting weapons, that's on their fault. But you're the ones that provided it. You provided the drugs and the guns in the neighborhoods. All right. So you're the real terrorists. Okay. And that's you Edomites, you so-called white people, starting with your elite, all right, and all their institutions, all right, that they have built, all right. You got the, all right, let's see, you got the CIA, FBI here in America. That's the biggest terrorist group walking the earth, all right. The MI5 over there in England, Mossad, them fake imposters, okay, Homeland Security, military intelligence, all right. Oh, your financial institutions, which cause nothing but economic warfare on our people. The BIA, IMF, World Bank, Central Banks, Federal Reserve. These institutions are built, all right, to do what? You have condemned and killed the just, and he does not resist you. Right. Okay? So, you're gonna pay. 7, be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth, and have long patience for it until he received the early and latter rain. Right, that's what we're telling our people. Keep patient, keep enduring. Yes, we got to suffer, man. But this is part of the battle, because eventually the Lord's going to deliver us out from this hell, man, this captivity. 8, be ye also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. Right, because the Lord loves us, man. I'm going to close it out with this one. All right, the Lord loves us, and he hates Esau. And that's what it is, man. The Lord's going to take care of us. in these last days while he destroys these Edomites. Malachi chapter 1 verse 1. The burden of the word of the Lord of Israel by Malachi. All right, this is the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. This is to our people. Listen up. To I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Right, because that's how you're looking at it. The Lord says he loved us, but because you're at the bottom, you're suffering, you don't think the Lord loves you, but you're not understanding, okay, the Lord's program, all right? And first of all, if you understand that we went off, that's the reason why he judged us, then you understand, okay, the times that we're living in. And now he's showing his love by bringing us into remembrance of who we are, man. Giving us that memory of who we were, man. Wherein hast thou said, hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I love Jacob. Right. So the Lord loved us. And what does he think about Esau, you Edomites? 3. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Right. Just like, okay, how he hated Esau, he destroyed the Roman Empire. Okay? He destroyed the Roman Empire. And you got to show that. That's love right there. He took that place out. Verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Right. They came back into power because we went off. All right. And then they built, okay, this system, the beast system, which consists of NATO. And part of NATO is America and the EU. Okay. But guess what? What did the Lord say? As Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Right, and by returning, this is the revised Roman Empire, all right? The image of the beast. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. So wherever this so-called white man goes, wherever these Edomites go, they bring nothing but wickedness. And the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever, meaning righteous hatred. So, our people, the Lord got us, man. He's going to take these Edomites out. He's going to take these so-called white people out. We're living the last days, man. And you got to look at this for what it is, man. Stop believing in America. This American dream is finished, man. All right? The Lord's going to destroy it from off the face of the earth. So, Lord will is edifying. Oh, also, you Edomites, your days are numbered. Just live it up. All right? But you're going to pay for all the atrocities you've done to our people. All the rape, robbery, and murder. All the wages gotten back that you have defrauded us on. All right? The free labor. You got to pay. So Lord wants to edify. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostle, great millstone, Ruel, taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life to do so for Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep it door, keep the faith. And with that, Abba, Babal, Shalom.